So, what is immunity? So, in the last lecture, we have already discussed what is immunology. So, immunology and the difference between the immunity is, the immunity comes under immunology. Okay, so immunology is basically study of immune system as we have already discussed. So, what is immunity? So, immunity is basically an individual's respond to an infection. Okay, so it's an ability to resist an infection. Okay, so it is different from individual to individual. Means you can say the power, okay, the power of an individual to resist an infection, to fight with an infection. Okay, how much time they require to fight. So it is different from individual to individual. So immunity is basically a power. Okay, how much power your immune system has to fight with an infection. So that is an immunity. Welcome back to BioMinds, your guide to mastering molecular biology and launching a high growth career in the life sciences. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss a lecture. Let's get started. Okay, so today we will discuss about types of immunity. Okay, so what are the different types of immunity? What is immunity basically, and how it fights with the infection, with an infection? Everything we will discuss in today's lecture. So basically, as I have already told you, the immunity is the body's ability to resist and defend against pathogen, toxins, and harmful substances. So basically, this immunity involves the entire immune system. So your entire immune system comes together and it forms a network of cells, tissues, and organs, and it actually works together and fight with a disease. Okay, so that's an immunity. So there are two main categories of an immune system. Okay, so for that I have a nice flow chart. So we have a two types: innate immunity and the adaptive immunity. Innate immunity is also called it as a natural because it is present in the natural. It is present in the all the uh, organism or all the individuals. Okay, naturally by birth. Okay, and it provides an immediate non-specific defense from birth. So immediate means what? It will activate within the seconds. Okay, so if any pathogen enters your body or any harmful substance enters your body, this innate immunity activates within seconds or within minutes. Okay, so it's a immediate response. And what is non-specific? So basically it will act same with the pathogen, with the different pathogens. Like for example, if the infection is caused due to the salmonella, then it will be the same uh, activity or the same attack. Or if it is caused due to the plasmodium, like malaria, so it will be also a same. Okay, so it is a non-specific. It will not distinguish between the different pathogen. It will just attack in the same manner with all the pathogen. Okay, so see, I have already told you they act within minutes to hours. Sometimes it takes hours, depend upon the individual's immunity. So key features is present at birth. It is not developed after birth. It is present since birth. Non-specific, and also it does not hold an immunological memory. Means if the pathogen comes again, then it will act. Newly. Then this immunity works with that pathogen with a new uh, memory. Means it does not have a memory basically. Same response on repeated exposure, so it will have the same response. So what are the components of this innate immunity? So we have a physical barrier, main barrier. Okay, any pathogen, no pathogen can cross the skin unless and until it breaks. If you have an injury, if you have a wound, why doctors use antiseptic creams on a wound? Is because if the skin is break, then the pathogen can enter through it. Okay, that's why the doctor applies antiseptic cream. Also it gives you antibiotics. Why? Because it can cause infection through that wound. Okay, so the skin and the mucous membrane. So all the openings of our body are lined with the thick mucous membrane, like your respiratory tract, gastrointestinal tract, reproductive tract, everything is lined with the mucous membrane, and it traps the suppose the pathogen enters via nose, it will go to the respiratory tract, and from that respiratory tract the mucus will entrap that microorganisms and it will send it out. That's why we cough usually. Okay, so the skin and the mucous membrane and the physical barrier. Next we have a chemical barrier like a tears. Suppose anything which that can try to enter through eyes, we usually close our eye. That is something comes close to our eyes, we close our eyes, right? It's a sudden reflex action, so that's also one type of immune defense. But still if anything goes, then we cried. Okay, the tears come, so that is also a immune response of our body. Saliva is also one of the immune response. Stomach acid and the lysozymes, so these are the chemical barriers of innate immunity because it is present since birth. Okay, next cellular defense, certain cells, neutrophils, macrophages, NK cells are the cellular defense. Inflammation is a part of innate immunity. We will have an entire lecture on the inflammation, how it done. Okay, because it is a huge topic. Inflammation is a part of innate immunity. If as I have already told you, if skin breaks and if something enters through skin, so you're in where you can see the inflammation means if a mosquito bite, so certain harmful chemical sometimes enters through that. So in that area you can see the redness. So why you can see the redness, or you can see also see the bump. Okay, so why you can see that, so it is an inflammation, it is an inflammation. So how it causes, and what is there in that inflammation, that we will discuss in detail in the next lecture, because it's a another side is a topic. Next, complement system, certain chemicals, complement system, acute phase proteins, so these are also part of the innate immunity. These are the components. Next comes the adaptive or acquired immunity. So adaptive or acquired by name, it develops over a time and it is very specific. Means it will be not same for a salmonella and plasmodium. It will be different because salmonella and plasmodium are two different organisms, and they will have the different mechanism of action or attack. Okay, so therefore it is a develop over a time and it is a specific. Also it has a long lasting memory because this immunity develops over a time, so it keeps their memory. It will keep the process, remember, it will remember the process. So next time if the infection occurs, so it will immediately attack on that. So if it develops over time, that's why it's long lasting, and it delay onset means it will require certain time to develop. So maybe a week, an entire week, okay, few days. Key features, it develops after birth, after the exposure of an organism, pathogen, specific to particular pathogen, as I have already told you. It has immunological memory and it is a stronger response to e-response, re-exposure. Okay, means if you have a salmonella, then your body will remember it, the adaptive immunity will remember it. And if by chance if you encounter this salmonella again in your life, sometimes this adaptive immunity activates within a seconds and it will kill the salmonella there, so you will not develop any symptoms as well. Okay, that's how it fast it is, the memory strong. So components involve, it is the main cellular components are B cell and the T cells. Okay, so these are the types of immunity. In the adaptive immunity we also have a two different type. Okay, active and the passive immunity. So what are those, we will study this. So first we'll see the innate immunity. As I have already told you, it has a skin mucous membrane that blocks a pathogen because it is present at the entrance, mucous membrane. and skin is the strongest barrier unless and until it breaks. Okay, chemical barriers like stomach acid enzymes destroy the invaders if it is through the gastrointestinal. Cellular defense, certain phagocytic cells, natural killer cells attack the pathogen. Okay, so these are the innate immunity. We have already discussed it. So next is the adaptive immunity. We have discussed that it is a specific, it has the memory. Okay, it develops over a time. It requires few days to activate, because it will first check which organism has entered your body, then it will analyze the organism structure, and then it will analyze how you can effectively kill that organism, and it will develop a plan, and it will develop the immunity, that is your adaptive immunity. So players are the B cells and the T cells. So here we can see, if the adaptive immunity is due to the B cells, then that type of immunity is known as the humoral immunity. So humoral immunity is the type of immunity which is developed by B cells. It is a type of adaptive immunity only, but it is developed by B cells, so it is a humoral immunity. So B cell has secret weapon. Whenever it encounters any pathogen, it will analyze it, as I have told you, and it will secrete certain chemicals, and that chemicals are very powerful. The specific, you can say, a specific response, a specific protein that kills only that particular pathogen, and that chemical is known as antibodies. It is very specific. Okay, so what are the function of those antibodies? It will neutralize the infection, means it will kill the pathogen basically. Opsonization, complement activation. So if you wanted to learn more about antibodies, I have already uploaded a lecture on antibodies. You can go and watch it, where I have explained the uh, functions of an antibodies. Even I have explained the different types of an antibodies. You can watch it. Next we have the memory B cells. So there, the B cells once activates, it will develop into two types of cells: a plasma cell and a memory cells. Plasma cells will secrete antibodies, whereas memory cells will remember the attacker. Okay, so it will have the immunological memory through memory B cells. Okay, so this is the humoral immunity. Next, we have the cell mediated immunity. So, cell mediated immunity is immunity produced by T cells. Okay, it's also one of the very important cell of our body, of an immune system, you can say. So T cells activate. So we have a different types of T cells. We have a cytotoxic T cells, we have a helper T cells. We will have a detailed lecture on the T cells, where we can actually learn about what are the T cells, what are the different types of T cells. Okay, cytotoxic T cells destroy the infected or abnormal cells. Even these T cells can fight with the cancerous cells. Okay, not just a pathogen, but also cancerous cells. So that's why it's very important. So cell mediated immunity is basically due to the T cells. Next, as I have told you, there are two types: active immunity and the passive immunity of acquired immunity. So active immunity, it is developed after exposure to antigen. Okay, means it is a long lasting, because it involves your body's immune system to activate gradually. Okay, so they have the long lasting immunity as well. Memory, so natural infection, vaccines, these are the types of active immunity. So natural infection, whenever there is a natural infection, your body will start producing an antibodies or T cells, so that is a natural immunity, and your body as well produce the memory cells. Vaccines, vaccines are also like that. Okay, and it is a slower, but it is a permanent memory form. Means if it is found, then it will also keep their memory. Okay, so because therefore it's known as a active immunity, because your immune system is actively taking part, okay, in the process. Next, passive immunity is like a ready-made immunity which is passed from the certain things. So just like a mother's antibodies passing maternal antibodies via placenta or breast milk, directly antibodies are passing, because baby don't have immunity as such in the newborn stage. So mother's antibodies can cross placenta and breast milk so that the baby can be stay healthy. Okay, so it is transferred from another source. And also the therapist, the antibody therapist, directly the T cells and the B cells are injected. So no immunological memory is formed because it is a immediate, okay, and protection fades over time. See, the maternal antibodies will not stay in your body for a longer period of time. It will stay for a certain period of time or till the breast milk is given. After that, your body will start producing your own immunity. Okay, so that's a passive immunity. So, what are the importance and applications of this immunity? So, it has a role in the autoimmune diseases, allergies, protects infection and disease. It is help in the vaccination and immunotherapies. See, if you know how the immunity works, then only you can make the immunotherapy and the vaccines. Okay, foundation of modern medical treatments. Okay, so these are the applications and the importance. So, thank you for your attention. So, we will have a organs, types of organs of an immune system in the next session. Okay, so stay tuned for that. We will have a entire series of immunology. Okay, so subscribe to the channel. Thank you.